Welcome to Rev Talk with Reverend Beverly and Reverend Kim. We are here tonight joining you in my basement and at Kim's house. However, I am all bundled up because it's 15 degrees and snowing. So I came to the warmest part of the room. And today's message is going to be from Kim, which she is going to surprise me with. So let's see what she has to say.
Yay! Okay, so, and actually it's really funny because you said it's 15 there and it's, butt kicking cold for you. And it's been very mild today, actually, like 50 in the 50s here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, it's raining. We've had rain on and off and it's, kind of dreary, but I'm not going to complain because, yeah, 15. Yeah, no, you can keep that out there. You really can.
Yeah, it's going down to -1.
Yeah, after you hit the minus numbers, really, it just doesn't matter anymore. That's just cold.
Yes, it is.
Cold. So today is December 30th, 2021. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. And then we go into a brand spanking new year. So the message today is obviously about reflection and patting ourselves on the back for enduring more than we have ever probably endured in a very long time, if ever, as a whole and as an individual. The collective and everything that we have been through, everybody has experienced some kind of loss, if not more than one kind of loss. I mean, it's been a year of change. It's been a year of just, and I don't want to say obstacles, although there are those challenges challenging us to let go of perceived ideas of what our life should be like, what we think it's supposed to be like, and stepping into 2022, which is going to be an amazing year if we allow ourselves to surrender and flow with the energy of the divine. I think that's so important for all of us to embrace that and realize all of our loss and our loved ones who have crossed over or passed on. They're still with us. They're always with us. That doesn't change. And yes, the physicality of them not being with us is felt, and that's not to be negated. It's also to kind of remind us that the physical is nice to have that person there, that tactile, and their spirit is always with us. They are always there. Whenever you might need someone to talk to them. Talk to your ancestors, talk to your loved ones, your parents, your dogs that have crossed over, any of your pets. So reflecting on and giving yourself credit for getting through this year, for making it. Like, wow, we made it. We made it. And that's an awesome thing because we are stronger for it. We are stronger because of it. And I think we're better as human beings because of everything. We can now sympathize more with others and their loss or what they're going through.
We can be there for them.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what we're doing now because we've released all the negative, all the problems of the year, and now it's time to shine our light and shine it brightly and only think good thoughts so everyone will feel that and feel the warmth and the love that we're sending them at all times.
Yes, to keep the spirit of Christmas going throughout the year, not just limiting it to a couple of weeks, but to open our hearts wide and shining our light and sending out our love.
In Washington, a little mom and pop, actually in Deer Park, decided, you know how you have take a book, leave a book, the
Right.
little stalls? They did pantries. And at first it started out slow. Now they're almost in 48 counties across the state.
So how does that work?
They have, well, the one lady that started it has like a chest of drawers, you know, and she took the drawers out. So it has the shelves where the drawers were in between. And they put all the different foods, and people take as much or as, you know, little as they want. They don't have to return. And then people who are cleaning out their pantries for the year, you know how you go through expirations, they bring them out. There's people out there that have no food. We don't even think about that. And she goes, we don't question, we don't say don't take any more. They've now got the stores bringing the produce that they have to take off when the new produce comes, and it's showing it sitting in the snow frozen, but the people are getting it. And then one lady was so excited today because there was a cake mix in there. She goes, oh, it's my granddaughter's birthday. I'll be able to make her a cake.
Oh,
So that's another way of giving back, keeping the spirit going from Christmas. And it's not costing you anything. It's not like you're going out and buying anything. It's the extras you have that you're not using. And we all have that in our pantries.
that's wonderful.
So I thought it was
that.
I thought it was really cool.
I love that. I think that's great. Oh, see right there. That just opens up the heart, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. You know, looking out for
That's
each other.
2022.
Yep. Bring the light.
Mhm.
Be the light. You know, be
Spread the
the light.
light.
Yes. Ring it in, people. Ring in the new year with the best possible energy that you can muster, and let it shine. Oh, I love that idea.
It's such a great idea just to know that you can be the beacon and help that one person. And then that person takes that light, spreads it forward.
Well, and we're all, you know, we all have that light. We all do. I mean,
We all do.
that's what we are. That's what we came here to spread and to shine and to be a part of. It's reminding people. You know, I think that's part of it too. It's a reminder. You are the light. Spread that light. So when somebody's feeling down and they're given this gift, then I think it's a reminder to them as well that they are also light.
That's so true.
And they can shine it on.
We are all in the same spot, and we all have it. It's a matter of getting, like the genie, dusting it off, the little magic.
Right.
And every little time you do something good, it kind of cracks it and shines it. And then pretty soon, you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah. I love that. Oh my gosh, I think that's great. I do. And of course, to laugh at myself, you start talking about the genie and the lamp. I'm thinking of the movie Aladdin with Robin.
That's where, yep.
Who just, you know, there's somebody there's a bright shining star. Oh my gosh, burned so bright and gave such love and laughter to the world. You know, we need more of that.
We do.
You know, and I perused, you know, and that's bad for me, perused one or two headlines, which I don't normally do.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught myself like, oh, okay, let's just, you know, because the emails that I get more than the headlines, the emails and the information I'm getting are much more uplifting. And I think I think that's also something we get to remind ourselves. There's way more positive out there than negative. There's way more positive out there than negative,
We never hear the positive,
right?
only hear the negative.
And we get to focus on the positive first. We get to think about the positives. And again, throughout this whole year, what positives, can you think of throughout this year that helped you along?
I'll tell you one example because this is really funny. I got out of bed, I go in, I make coffee. My mother-in-law comes in. All of a sudden, my coffee cup goes flying off the thing and just splatters the whole kitchen. Well, I've been wanting to wash the floor, but I just don't want to do it. Well, I'm sitting there. That's my favorite coffee cup. Or later, I got my whole floor mop clean, dried off. So I looked at the positive. The angels were telling me, you've been wanting to clean your floor. So
Well, that's one way of getting it done, right?
yep. So, that's on the little fluff, but it made my day because it started out really bad. It was downhill after that. And then I just kept trying to find the little things.
Well, that's all you need to do. Find that one little thing that turns it around and makes you feel better. That's like I was telling you, I went out to the farm today to pick up a couple of things, and tomorrow, New Year's Eve, downtown Hershey, there's going to be, big celebration. They close the roads, and I hadn't thought about that. And driving back this morning, I thought, oh, that's actually a pretty good idea that I went today, because the roads will be closed, and me being me, I would be driving out there, la la la.
Yes, you being you.
Back in and be like, oh, the roads are closed. I can't get to my house.
Yeah.
So yes, it was that positive. Yes, I know. Me being me, la la.
Yes.
So the angels were like, yeah, let's do this today.
That's good.
So I am glad about that. Which I have to laugh, and it's good to laugh. It is. I crack me up.
That's important. What is the old adage? There's an adage with laughter. Without laughter, there's nothing. So we have to laugh, even at our mistakes.
Well, and again, that's the thing. Somewhere along the line, we've been told we have to be perfect, and that's just not. We are perfect already. We've come here to be imperfect and to learn and to experience and to be joy and light. So we need to kind of take the pressure off of ourselves. It's okay to be you.
There you go.
It's okay. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed.
I look at it like we're on the physical plane to learn. We are a spiritual being. This will be our next home, will be the spiritual plane. So what is it that I am supposed to learn? And it's not because I need to learn it so much as it so I can have the empathy and be prepared to help others. You always think, oh, why is this? Because I had to learn that. It's really not about that. It's showing you all sides so that you're able to help that next person and understand them, because it's different than what you were learning. And this is what I feel that we're learning about, is to be able to help others future in our spiritual journey on a different way.
That's true. Well, yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's and of course my brain wants to explode. If because we're all connected.
Yes.
And you're a part of me, and I'm a part of you, and I'm a part of that person, and they're part of me, and go on and on and on. my experiences as my individual self are unique, and therefore the helping of somebody else
Completes it.
enhances everybody. It also enhances me in that, oh, there's somebody that, oh, they've experienced it their way. That's interesting. So that is very true. It is very true. And again, we're supposed to be helping each other out. That's just, if you help somebody out, you're helping yourself. That's the way I look at it. So it's like kind of a no-brainer. I mean, every time it's like that, when you're angry with somebody, what is that saying that it's kind of like you drinking poison, hoping that they're going to get sick. If you hold on to that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. That's right.
So instead, view where they're coming from. And like you said, what we've experienced and what we've learned, we're now able to sympathize or empathize with somebody and pass that on.
We're able to listen. That's the key. People today don't listen. They're tunnel visioned.
Well, it's that whole, face down in the phone kind of thing. Walking face down, and they're so caught up in the looking at this instead of head up and looking out, and that's we've it's
a different world now.
Yes. Not a bad thing, it's just
no, change is good. Change is good. But just simple.
Wait, what did you say?
Change is good. I'm working. I fight it all the way until it's, you fall off the cliff.
And you never fall off the cliff.
Yeah, that's right. It's all in your mind. It's all a projection, not an extension. But I was thinking, when was the last time you got a handwritten or a phone call for a thank you for something you gave? You don't give it because of that, but that was a way of showing appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. And also respecting, that's gone. So it's because the communication isn't there anymore. It's all electronic.
The personalization.
Yeah.
Now I have to say, I did get the thank you note from my niece
Oh, that was great.
She hand wrote a note, and I got that, and I thought, oh my gosh. So I have that sitting next to me, and it's like, yes, okay. I did.
That's a dying art. I don't see it from any of my kids or my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I'll call sometimes, or, oh yeah, by the way, thank you for that.
I get a text, thank you so much. It's like, well, and I've done the same thing. I'm not big on sending out birthday cards. I suck at it. I do. I suck at it. I freely admit that. And it has become very easy for me to text them happy birthday.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of it right in the moment. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did that.
As well as the amount of a stamp now, I mean, and the trees to say, I email all my holidays and birthdays cards because it saves a tree for one, and it saves 57 cents for an envelope.
Not only that, but it also gets to them. You're
exactly instant.
Yes, mail is going to get to somebody.
Yeah.
Those are all excuses. I get that. I do. When I was working at the club, at the Hershey Country Club as the concierge, I would write out, birthday cards for the members, each month. And I remember writing notes to the staff in the back. So one of the, who was she? She was one of the managers. Anyway, I wrote this note saying, oh, so-and-so, blah, 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 or whatever. And she came out and she said, you have beautiful handwriting. I don't know what this says. Because I write in cursive. it's cursive, and nobody is taught that anymore. It's right.
That's
So I'm
right.
like, is it that big? She said, no, it's beautiful. She said, I just don't know what it says. I'm like, okay, print from now on. But I just
That's
make that
wow.
assumption because I mean, that was my,
That's how we were raised.
well, and my teacher, oh my gosh, I remember this still. Maybe I need to let this go. She
Yeah.
was so frustrated with me in that I would not hold my pencil correctly. She got so frustrated that she taped the pencil to my fingers the way it was supposed to be. And I had to have it that way the whole day in school. Well, I was humiliated. I mean, I was, of course, the other thing was too, is I could write both left-handed and right-handed. Well,
Oh,
that was like, oh, no, don't write with your left hand.
that's right.
Had to do the right hand. So I just kind of always assumed people were still taught cursive, and apparently they're not.
No,
Which that to me is a shame because
that just started officially this year.
oh, did it really?
So it was up to the individual teachers, at least in California.
Okay.
My
Well,
grandson here hasn't learned it at all.
I mean, and that being said, my father had atrocious handwriting.
But see, how do they write a check? How can they write a thank you note? Or leave a note for the mailman, or leave the note for the neighbor? You can't.
Well, they print. They print.
No, you just don't do those things. Oh, I'll get their phone number. Oh, I'll look it up and da.
Oh, well, that's true too.
But it's the same thing, but it's just that's an example. It's hard. That's a hard change for me because you were raised,
and I like it. That's for me, that is comfortable to write. It's comfortable for me to handwrite something and to do that. And I guess the thing for me is it's okay if I like doing it. I need to just let them like doing what they do.
Yeah.
That's where that comes in, I guess. But you're right. It was just kind of funny where I was like, oh,
totally off guard, Yeah. And again, that's one of the basic things, never assume, but I would assume that everybody knows cursive. But I asked my grandson, I said, how are you going to write your checks? Well, we pay everything online.
That's true. And
they don't even know how to balance a checking account.
And I thought about that too, because I have used that on my, there are only a couple of checks that I write now each month. And it's only because I can't go online and pay it. Otherwise I would.
Yeah.
And I have thought to myself, what would happen if the internet would crash? And there's nothing able to thinking. And of course, I only think that very briefly. I don't go down that rabbit hole very far, but it's like,
Do you remember 9/11 though? How everything stopped?
Yeah.
Well, and we weren't even internet that oriented as much as we are today.
I mean, let's take COVID. When it first started, it was, I have never seen no cars on the road.
And the sky was crystal clear.
And I mean, and I was driving, and honestly, I thought I was in an episode of The Twilight Zone. I mean, I'm driving and I'm thinking, there's nobody out here. It's like, where did everybody go? And it's like they're all inside. But it was surreal. Now, where I live, being a tourist town, it was kind of nice. There's no traffic, no noise. I'm like, I could get used to this.
Yeah.
But it was surreal. So we all survived it. I mean, we get by. And I think that's
we adapt and adjust.
It's a reset. It's kind of a reminder.
That's what it is.
You don't need this. Yes, it's nice to have. It's convenient. Not not on that high list of necessities, really, truly, honestly,
I think that's what COVID showed us, because it reined in all the materialistic stuff, and you had to stop. You didn't have the money, and you had to become family again.
True. And you found out how compatible you were or not.
Real fast. That is so true.
And it's true. And I, for me, because I'm by myself, I did miss interaction with people, although I don't have that kind of interaction on a daily basis. It is noticeable because we are a tactile species. We are there is that need for touch and for to
See,
hug
that's the
somebody,
physical plane.
and that is important. I mean, psychologically as well as just, spiritually, to have that connection.
How we
That's
grow.
important.
Without it, we don't grow.
We don't. And so, and again, so I'm thinking Zoom, probably one of the best things that, really kind of hit the ground. I mean, it's been out there for a little while, but boy, did it hit the ground running when when COVID came around. It was like, wow, you were able to actually connect with somebody. Didn't matter where they were.
That was nice. It opened up the world to us.
It absolutely did. So there are good things that come from it, and you have to, it's good to remind yourself, instead of dwelling on the
Changes.
and the challenges and the the sky's falling, whatever. Look at the good that so many people did for each other and that are still doing, like the lady with the pantry, all of those things. That's wonderful. And so again, let's ring in this new year with divine light and divine love for everyone.
Amen.
So with that, my dear, what do you think?
I think it's complete. We came full circle.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So Happy New Year, everyone. Health and prosperity and abundance and love and joy and light and exuberance and just wonderfulness for all. I raise my glass to all of you. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Until next year.
Until next year.